Or it's when I was a kid, I got a Leatherman, and a Leatherman's kind of like a Swiss Army knife, and it was from my dad. My dad was a mechanic, and he said it's a Blue Point, or no, it's a Snap-on, and he gave it to me, and it said Blue Point on it, and even though I was a kid, I saw the word Blue Point on it, and I said, well, it's not a Snap-on. It's Blue Point. It's not Snap-on. You know? Even at a very young age, I realized the difference of Blue Point and Snap-on. And to this very day, I recognize the difference. Some people say Snap-on Blue Point is made in USA. They would be correct. Some people say Blue Point is their cheaper version of their tools. It's made in Taiwan. They would be correct. Some people say the Blue Point Snap-on stuff I have is made in Japan. They would be correct. Some people say the Blue Point stuff that I have is made in Malaysia. They would be correct. The reason they're all correct is because Blue Point is simply stuff that is not made by Snap-on. Snap-on as a company does not make them. They sell them. Snap-on is a retailer. They're what do you call it? They're a high price retailer. Snap-on's a high price retailer. That's what they are. They sell retail items. And a lot of you are saying, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking about. They manufacture tools in Kenosha, Wisconsin. They make sockets, they make ratchets, they make wrenches, they make this, they make that. I understand that. I spent probably about a year of my life studying tools. And for those of you out there that are going to judge me on studying so much on tools, just remember, I've done that much research on tools to understand where tools come from, how they're made, how they're distributed, everything. Blue Point, in my opinion, this is my opinion, I would never buy Blue Point. This is the first thing I ever bought from Blue Point. I was told by the company that I worked for, buy Craftsman, they're good enough. And that's what I did. I bought Craftsman. But I had a broken window, and the Snap-on dealer came by, and I couldn't find a tool for a broken window to replace a broken window, and I seen this tool before, and I said, can you get me a broken window tool to remove the broken window? And they came and they gave me this. And to this very day, I'm upset about this. I paid $65, and the week after, I found the same tool for about $14 at a local store. And to this very day, I'm mad about it because I feel like I've been ripped off. Blue Point is not Snap-on. It's not Snap-on. A Blue Point wrench is not the same as a Snap-on wrench. A Blue Point ratcheting wrench is not the same as a Snap-on ratcheting wrench. A Blue Point socket is not the same as a Snap-on socket.
What is that thing to?
Nobody. A Blue Point anything is not equivalent to a Snap-on anything. Blue Point is everything that Snap-on doesn't make. It could be made by Lisle, Lisle. It could be made by Schley, Schley. It could be made by Hanson Irwin, like the tap and die sets and the easy outs and all the other stuff that they sell as Blue Point. It could be anything made by other companies, not made by Snap-on. Snap-on is called Snap-on because they developed something called Snap-on socket and snapped on to different handles, and it was basically sockets. And Blue Point started out as wrenches, and Snap-on bought Blue Point. Anything labeled Blue Point is not made by Snap-on. It can be made in the USA by a company in the USA, like Hanson Irwin, or Lyle, or Schley. It could be American made. It could be Japanese made. It could be Korean made. I have a multimeter. It's Korean made. It's Blue Point. It could be made in, like I said, it could be made in China. It could be made in Taiwan. It could be made anywhere in the world. Blue Point is everything that Snap-on as a company does not manufacture. They sell it. And supposedly they offer their warranty along with it. But then again, if you buy something off of Blue Point off of eBay, you're not going to get their warranty. Because even if you buy something from Snap-on off of eBay, you're not going to get their warranty. Because it does not extend to somebody who buys it secondhand. So that's another misunderstanding. All right. All right. You know where it's made. All right. 12 pieces. 15-degree offset. This is from Snap-on. $258. Or $12-piece. You know where it's made? Here's the price. I'll show the difference price. $138. It's the same thing. Same thing. Free shipping. Where is it made? Where is it made? And it's so funny because I would go on forums and they would talk crap to me about this. Like the truth is something bad. The truth is something bad. Now, mind you, people have been telling the truth for the longest time, and when they told the truth, they were murdered. Back in the day, somebody said the world was round, and you know what they did to him? They killed him. Can you imagine that? Everyone thought the world was square. A box, a cube. And then when he said the world was round, because it's only common sense, because the moon's round and the sun is round, they killed him. They beheaded him. You know where this is made? What does that say right there? Guess what? It's not the same thing. Can't be the same thing. Can't be. How can somebody double the price? 115, 238. How can somebody double the price? You think your Snap-on dealer didn't pay for that truck? You think he drives around? Do you know how much diesel costs? He doesn't drive around for free in a diesel truck. Diesel trucks cost money. Diesel costs money. Okay? You're paying his diesel. They don't even show you this one. It's in the magazine though. I have it. Their stuff's Ingersoll Rand. Anything Blue Point you see, if you see Blue Point and it's an impact, it'll say Blue Point. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. If it says Blue Point and it's an impact wrench, A2123. Now, Ingersoll Rand calls theirs .321. Now, isn't that convenient? 123 321. Yeah. Okay. 123 231. In other words, this Blue Point, it's an Ingersoll Rand. So is that one. So is that one. On the other hand, that is not a Blue Point. That is not a Blue Point. And to be honest, I would buy one of these. They're overpriced, but at least I'm getting a Snap-on and not a rebranded Ingersoll Rand that I could get it for half the price. Anyways, my whole point is, you know what? A lot of people talk crap. I tell the truth to people and they want to deny me the truth. You know, the truth is the truth. I bought this years ago and to this very day I'm fucking disappointed in it. I could have got it for $14 instead of paying $65 plus taxes. I've used it twice. For some of you out there, you buy something labeled Blue Point. It's a tap and die set, and your dealer, he finances you. You pay him $20 a week, and he, when you break your tap and die set, he replaces it. I don't see nothing wrong with that. For me, my dealer doesn't even show up. Matter of fact, he says I don't spend enough money. And that's why I think the company as a whole is starting to sell their products online, cutting out the dealer. But the dealer makes about half of what the price of what it's worth. So they buy a $310 set for less than $200. So if you go online and you buy it for $310, who's that extra $150 going to? The company, instead of going to the person that has to pay for his diesel truck. It is what it is. I'm not making these stories up. I'm not lying. There's no reason for me to make these stories up and lie. Blue Point is not Snap-on. That's all there is to it. Blue Point is any tool not made by Snap-on, sold by Snap-on. They don't make it, but they sell it. They're a retailer, they're an upscale retailer, and that's what they are. Just like Walmart sells Snicker bars, I could buy a Snicker bar at or I could buy a Snicker bar at AM/PM. I could buy a Snicker bar at Ralph's. I could buy a Snicker bar at Walmart. I could buy a Snicker bar at any of these places. And I could buy Ingersoll Rand from Blue Point. I could buy Ingersoll Rand from Matco. I could buy Ingersoll Rand from Matt Tools. I could buy Ingersoll Rand from all these other people for double the price. Because think about it. If you drove a big diesel truck, you wouldn't, it's not free. Diesel's not free. Big trucks aren't free. Warranties aren't free. I believe people deserve the right to know what they're paying for. If you want to pay weekly payments, go right ahead. If your dealer is a good dealer and he takes care of you, I say take care of him. But on the other hand, if your dealer is an asshole, be an asshole to him. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe.